Hello everyone and welcome back to the X-Ring. I hope you're doing well and recovering after the 2023 holidays from Christmas and New Year's. Just got back from overseas and had an awesome time out there. I will do a separate video on that and some of the experiences in Dubai. But the reason for the video is talking about a brand of rifles called the Victrix, or Victrix Armaments. You guys might not have heard of them, and those that have probably remembered them when they were owned by Beretta Holdings. That is not the case any longer, and the old importer for the United States is no longer as well, and I've got some more information on that. So on my previous trip to Dubai, I was able to shoot a lot of the Victrix Armaments rifles. And was pretty impressed with them, and enough so that I did enough video footage that I think I can put together a video for you guys talking about the Italian-made Victrix rifles. Now, you can't think about military-grade sniper rifles without thinking of such names like, you know, Barrett, or your Accuracy Internationals, or your Sacco TRGs, or you know, Blaser, some of the other ones like that. You know, if you think about it, most of those are European other than the Barrett. You know, you've got England with the Accuracy International, you've got Finland with the Sacco, and then, you know, you've got Victrix, which is going to be Italian. Now, just like the Italians, they do everything right. The fit and finish is just beautiful on them. However, it doesn't have a Remington 700 footprint. That's going to be very common among your European manufacturers. One of the reasons for the video is every one of these that I've shot have been phenomenally accurate. Literally, you can, without even hand loading, you can find good, you know, match ammunition, and you're going to be printing some incredible groups. Now, their name technically means victorious. They have a lot of Latin names on their rifles, everything from small bore all the way on up to big bore. Now, I am going to focus more on the small bore stuff. You know, I was able to shoot the Gladio, and then I was able to shoot the Venus, and then they have the Venus Pro, which, guys, I think right out of the box, these things are ready to go shoot any level of PRS or NRL competition. However, you have to be that discerning buyer that doesn't mind paying the extra money. In my opinion, these are going to be better than, you know, any of your Voodoos or any of your Rimexes or anything like that. These are going to be running somewhere around $400 to $4,500 by the time you get them imported into the United States. Now, with regards to the new importer, I have no ties to this gentleman or this company, but it's called 11/10 Armory. They're based out of Tennessee, and they are going to be the importer for 2024 and moving forward. I did speak to the owner. His name is Anton, and he is very, very knowledgeable with regards to the lineup of rifles. So if you're looking for one of those, I know they are going to start stocking those in-house, so you can just call them and actually order one. But like I said, it is for the most discerning buyers. I'm going to go over all the specifications and everything, but guys, these things were shooting incredible groups without even lot testing, just shooting, you know, things like Lapua. We were shooting Midas, Cinerex, and Exact, and some of the other ones, but we also shot the Ely as well. And in all the rifles, they printed phenomenal groups, literally .1s, you know, almost every time we shot it at 50 yards, or 50 meters actually, and then we also moved it to 100 meters. Now, when it comes to centerfire, they have a whole entire line of professional rifles, once again having those Latin names like the Pugio and the Scorpio and the Tormento, and those actually just go up in calibers, basically from your smaller centerfire all the way up to your 375 and 408 Shitax, all the way to your 50 BMGs. The fit, finish, quality is what you expect from an Italian company. So without taking any more of your time, let's go ahead and get into the review of some of the things that I was able to shoot over there, some of the results, and I think you'll enjoy it, so stick around. Impact. All right, so coming at you all the way from Dubai, this is the Victrix Gladius. And this is a 22 long rifle, and it shoots extremely well. So Victrix has not just sat back on their laurels watching Voodoo and everybody else put out these great rifles. What they did was they went to the drawing board and they started with their system that they thought would be good for ELR or whatever the case is. And there's a couple different models, and I also have a Venus Pro that I'll review as well. But on this Gladius, this has more of a, let's take it straight from our 338 Lapua from the Scorpio and throw it into that same chassis. So while I might not recommend this for PRS or NRL 22X because of the Picatinis down here, this is more of a for battle type bolt gun, if you will, as far as the chassis. When we look at the Venus Pro, that's really set up more for PRS style shooting or ELR 22. So taking a look at the Gladius chassis, what you're going to see is you do have some throw levers here, and on the throw levers it is going to allow you to adjust the length of pull, your cheek riser, and then also the monopod. Of course, you know, most of us don't run these monopods, but they just continue to put them on there. You also have a couple of spots here for QDs. You also have what looks like a strap placement here. This is a folding stock. And guys, this folding stock is extremely rigid. You don't have any play in it or anything like that. You do have an adjustable riser here. By pressing the button, you can adjust it, and then you can fold it this way. So if you look on the right side, you're going to see a QD as well over here, but if you look on the left side, you'll see one here as well. This is going to be almost identical to the Scorpio chassis, okay? I really don't think there's any difference. It does have a constant taper 20-minute of angle rail, and you guys know that we typically run a little bit more than that in PRS rimfire or NRL 22. Now, one of the things you're going to notice that's kind of funny is right here. And when you see these grub screws, you're going to think that this is a way for you to quick change your barrel, but it wasn't. What they said was they developed a lot of time and energy into being able to get those harmonics controlled, and that it made a huge difference. Now, this barrel here is a phenomenal shooter. It is a good heavy contour barrel. It's going to measure about an inch or so. It is stamped Rotighi Official Americana, something like that. But either way, this is made in Italy, and it does have a strange 18x1 on it. It's surprising that they would do that on a 22, but it is threaded in 18x1, and it does have two pick rails on the bottom. Now, unfortunately, I lost the audio clip when I was filming in Dubai, but this is the Venus Pro, and this is truly set up more for your ELR NRL 22 matches. So you have a more simplified butt plate on the rear, but is still adjustable for length of pull as well as up and down. You have a Picatinny on the bottom, and you have a folder there which folds to the left side instead of the right, which I actually like. Works really well. You have a vertical grip, a really nice trigger, but remember, this is not going to be Remington 700 backwards compatible. They did a really good job with the chassis. It has an Arca Swiss rail on the bottom as well as like the Anschutz rail. You can see that here, and it has a really nice barricade stop from Rome. Now, their magazines are proprietary for them, and they are 100% reliable. It holds 10 round capacity, feeds very similar to, it's like a crossover between a Remex or a Voodoo. So this is what the Venus Pro looks like. There's also a Venus model, but the barrel is not as heavy. This one actually shoots phenomenally well, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at that. Okay, so continuing on the right side, there is a thumb scallop area here. You can actually drive the rifle pretty good with your thumb from that cutout. Looking at the left side of it, you're actually going to see one there for the left-handed shooter, as well as a cheek riser, and none of these require any tools. They're just simple push buttons. Okay, so taking a look at the bolt, you do have a double claw extractor. It is a toolless design where you can disassemble the bolt itself, take the firing pin out, and take the front portion out. It has a double lug design, and the bolt handle itself is very similar to the way that a Sako TRG attaches. So you guys can see that it's a one-piece style, so you're not going to be able to put on your favorite bolt knob itself, but the quality, the fit, the finish is phenomenal on this. You're also going to see that you do have a cutout on the receiver, so it's very unique. Okay guys, before we were setting up, I actually did this group right here. This is a 5-shot group at 50 meters. We also did this group up here. Now, over the time that I was in Dubai, I was able to shoot over 1,000 rounds in both the Venus Pro as well as the Gladio. They fed phenomenally well with 0 feeding issues, and that's a huge thing for me, especially when it comes down to the 22 game. The magazines are ultra reliable. It was phenomenally accurate, and I think it's going to be a good option for some folks that are looking for that premium 22 to add to their collection. All right, I hope you enjoyed that review of the Victrix Armaments rifles. I'm getting ready for SHOT Show, going to be leaving out this week. If you're coming to SHOT Show, definitely come by the Microtech booth. I'll be working that booth, assisting them. And so if you want to come by, say hey or anything like that, I'll be over there, and I'll also be checking out some other vendors and trying to get some cool video. I appreciate each and every one of you that watches the channel. I know I've been gone for a while, but I did tell you that I would be gone for a while. I'm looking forward to a great 2024 year. You guys take care. We'll talk to you soon. Eat healthy and have a good one.